banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the UAB Blazers, taking on a team from the SEC, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So UAB's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
The Blazers moving quickly to the line.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Looking for a man. It's Zeno. He's got the tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They're going to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Payne. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Beebe. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Blazers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. The Tigers offense will go to work for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They'll try it over the left side. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of a physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking for a big gain. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't big.
Back to pass, it's Hennigan. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Blazers want to pick up the tempo.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Takes the handoff. It's Jacobs. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Got his man on the right. They get him down after he makes the catch. Third is short. Coming from the 34, you wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Leaves it with the back. Keeps the legs moving. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Blazers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Zeno. Fires to the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Trying to move them on the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And that hurts missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this.
He lost one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really... On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger. Yeah,
and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Zeno. He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Blazers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He wants to throw. He's looking deep. And he's got it at the 30. All by himself down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And the Blazers in the hurry-up. They're getting this guy lathered up. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He breaks a tackle. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. The Blazers come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. The give to the tailback. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. And now on 3rd down after that last run. Throw, it's Zeno. He makes the connection. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Wide open downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop them? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Handoff from the gun. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Blazers! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Got his man downfield. Oh, look out. He's at the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory on all week. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Blazers headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
The Blazers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the move, it's straight. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He has been in see-ball, get-ball mode all day, and he is making his mark in this rivalry game, guys.
I'll tell you, he was sick and tired of reading about and hearing about the offenses coming into this one. This guy had his own designs and his own plans. He has been balling, David, all over the field.
And it's so fun. A rivalry game, you have so much emotion, so much passion. Well, guess what? You can let that out on defense. And defense, you can fly around, make plays, and he's been doing it all game long.
And the Blazers with the 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down.
Now, a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaking on the ground.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
He's got it down the middle. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Blazers will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw. It's Hennigan. He'll take another shot here. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. He's going to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Bringing it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this first down.
Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Got a man. It's Beebe. Breaks the tackle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Zeno. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, UAB!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen.
Gonna take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. He's not afraid to go deep. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Memphis. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They're just about ready to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Caught over the middle. It's Payne. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's got it on the run. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Going deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set for the second half kickoff. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the ground with the back. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Looking to throw, it's Hennigan. Looking for a huge play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. And the Blazers come to the line in the hurry-up. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Trying to get to him. Caught in the backfield, it's McDonald. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Blazers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Looking downfield, it's Zeno. Got the back over the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He lets it fly. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle of the field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And it's caught inside the 30. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
Back to throw. It's Hennigan. Fires to the middle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Illinois came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Champaign had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but it certainly could have been worse. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. Discards a man. Just dismissing tackles. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And the Blazers will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Running it back. It's straight. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. It took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective and they get you.
The expressway is wide open. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine. Wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. They think there's room to run to the right here. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it, open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Here's the handoff. Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. Drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. He'll run it again. Touchdown, Memphis! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football because you know you get a little bit of suck-up. The play action, and you feed the big fella.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. Looking for a man. It's Zeno. They're trying to get to him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Some misdirection with the counter. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Go straight ahead. Touchdown, Tiger! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
UAB 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.